Hello everyone, I Meenakshi Bajaj welcome you to my channel. As you already know that I am discussing the subject of human resource management with you, and to discuss the entire subject we will be discussing many video lectures. Right now we are discussing about human resource planning. In the first part, I have already told you the meaning, definition, need, and objectives behind this very function. Today, we will move further and discuss that what is the process of human resource planning, what are the major stages which are involved in this process. So, let's start today's video lecture. My dear friend, if you are new to my channel, then be sure to subscribe and switch on the notification bell so that when I upload a new video lecture, you get notified. Now look into the slide. Here you will find the stages, that too in a proper order. These are the stages in the process of human resource planning function. We will be discussing these stages with the help of an case study. Then you will understand these stages in a proper and easy manner. We will start with the very first point, that is analyzing organizational objectives. Now, if you have watched the previous video lecture, you should have understood that human resource planning is an integrated function. And in an organization, the effect of different departments is there on human resource planning. So, when human resource planning is to be done, a detailed study is required. It is required to understand all the objectives of different departments. Now, look into the slide. For example, in case of production function, the objective can be to enhance the productivity. In case of finance, the department can be focusing on increasing company's efficiency. Sales department is trying its best to expand its market share. Marketing department is trying to improve the customer satisfaction. All these examples show that in a business, the company has to focus on many functions. There are many plans. Every plan can be further analyzed into sub-plans. So a detailed examination is there. Future organization structure can only be designed if the HR manager anticipates the manpower requirements, that too related to all the other functions. A detailed study of all the functions will give a clear idea to the manager that what will be the volume of future activity, and accordingly the number of people will be required. Now to understand that how the objectives of different departments within an organization affects the human resource planning function, we will discuss a case study. Now let's see. In case of ABC Limited, a company which is manufacturing mobile phones, the marketing department has decided that there is a need to improve the customer service. This is their ultimate goal. And for that, they decided that we should start a call center. And in the call center, all the queries of the customers can be properly addressed. A solution can be provided to the customers in case of some problem. Now, this goal of marketing department will have a positive effect on human resource planning. Here, Mr. Ravi is working as human resource manager. He has been told about this objective. Now, manager will start his work. He has been told to do manpower planning to maximize customer satisfaction. He has been asked to appoint right number of people so that the call center can work properly. Maximum satisfaction can be given to the customers, but in a cost effective manner. Now, once the organizational objectives are understood by the manager, he has to analyze the present human resources. Now, how this process stage is adhered, let's study. Present human resources. It means those people who are already serving the organization. In this, the HR manager has to understand the current employees. What are the skills of the current employees? What is their capacity? And how those skills and capacity can be utilized for the betterment of the organization? What is their salary structure? Are they happy with their salary? What is their experience with the company? A feedback system can be developed to understand that how the organization is having relations with the employees. Now let's relate this stage with our case study. When the HR department decided to analyze company's current manpower, they realized that there are many part-time staff members and all those staff members have adequate skills to work in the call center. Moreover, it was found that all these part-time staff members were good performers too. Now came the time to understand that what is the experience of those staff members with the company. And it was a positive outcome. The part-time members told the HR manager that we want to work full-time for the company. We are satisfied with the company's culture. So it is very important to understand that before searching outward, the organization should understand their internal environment. Present human resources are equally important to be understood before taking any important decision. After that, the third step is taken. It is about forecasting demand and supply of human resources. Forecasting demand and supply of human resource. It involves a scientific study, anticipations about the future. What will be the activity level? What number of people will be required? Here it is very important to note that the level of operations will vary. It will depend upon many factors like production technology, the process, whether the company wants to make or buy any of its products, job contents, behavior patterns, and the control system. So, forecasting is there, but it requires a lot of efforts. While forecasting, there are three main things which are properly studied. The very first is sources. In case of recruitment, when the organization decides that we want more people, there can be many sources, internal, external. Internal means when the company promotes or transfers some of the people from their present human resources. But if the company is not having any scope from the internal environment, it moves towards the external environment and search that what are the sources from where the right kind of people can be recruited. Second is matching. In matching, the very first is job description. Job description means functional description. It is descriptive in which purpose and scope of the job is maintained, that too in a written format. It tells that what is to be done in this job and why. This is to be matched with job specification. Job specification is also called employee specification, in which the physical characteristics, the personal characteristics, or psychological characteristics of a person is studied in detail. And third is suitability, that is, right match. Particular work should match with the profile of the person. Only then the appointed person can do justice for the job. Now let's relate this stage to our case study. In our case study, people are required for the call center. And when current HR was studied, it was found that there are many part-time staff members who want to work, and those staff members are the internal sources. It was found by Mr. Ravi that 5 part-time staff members are there. They can provide their services and cover 10 hours. But the company decided to work the call center for 24 hours. It means there is a deficit. The company has to look out, that is, external sources. And to cover the required or remaining hours, they have to recruit 7 more people. There can be many techniques which can help in estimating or forecasting the right number of people for future. The very first is managerial judgment. In this technique, experienced manager they estimate the manpower requirement, that too for their own department. On the basis of their knowledge and experience, they expect the things. They calculate the workload and suggest that how many number of people will be required in future. The second is work study method. In work study method, techniques like time study and motion study are used. Work is measured and analyzed. But this type of activities are used if the work is repetitive in nature or manual jobs are there. Then standards can be maintained and right number of people can be appointed. The third is ratio trend analysis. To understand the trends, different ratios can be calculated. Like total output can be compared with the total number of workers, or total sales can be compared with the number of salesperson. According to the requirements, different ratios can be calculated. Mathematical extensions can be used to understand the past data and use that data for estimating the future time. The fourth method is difference mathematical models. Different mathematical models can be used. Employment trends of the past 5 years can be carefully analyzed. Replacement needs arising because of the death, termination, or resignation can be studied. Productivity. What can be done to improve the productivity and what will be the effect of increased productivity on the HR requirements? The reasons of absenteeism can be studied. Expansion and growth plans can be studied and their effect on the number of people that will be required can be analyzed. Now let's study the fourth step, that is estimating manpower gaps. When the current situation is compared, it can result into two outcomes, whether surplus or deficit. If the result is deficit, then there is a need of new recruitment. It can be from internal or external sources. If surplus is there, then extra people can be terminated or they can be asked to go for voluntary retirement. After that, a new human resource action plan is developed. To understand this point, we will relate it to our case study. Here the company is facing a deficit. So ABC Limited made a new recruitment plan. Training programs was launched for the current part-time members. They were given high post in the call center. They were higher executives. And for the junior level job, outside sources of recruitment was used and they were asked to work in the night shift. Now, whatsoever plan has been formulated, it needs proper monitoring and control. Feedback can be taken from the employees so that required adjustments can be made and deficiencies can be removed. In ABC Limited Company also, continuously work was checked. Call center resulted into a positive outcome and always the answer yes or no will show that how the work of human resource planning has been executed. With this, our topic is complete and I hope you were able to understand it. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe. We will meet soon.